In this tutorial, I'm going to show you my reminder that will help you to remember active tenses. Here you can find positive forms, how to make positive forms. You'll find here negative form, how to make general questions, how to make special questions, and my examples. Let's get started with the positive form. Here you'll find 4 groups: simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. Let's get started with the simple group of tenses. We have present, past, and future. The formula for present simple is are, you, we, they plus verb, or he, she, it plus a verb with the ending s, es. To make a negative sentence or a question, you need to use some auxiliary verb: does for he, she, it, and do for we, you, they. The formula for past simple is just the ending ed or the verb in the second form. To make negative or positive forms, you need did. The formula for future simple is will plus verb. To make a negative or a question, you need to use will. The second group is continuous. The formula for continuous is am is are plus the verb with ing. If it's I, you take I am. If it's he, she, it, you take is. If it's we, you, they, you take are. To make questions, you will have to use the first element am, is, are. The formula for past continuous is was for I, he, she, it, or were for we, you, they, plus the verb with the ending ing. To make a negative or questions, you need to use the first element was and were. I'll show you later. And the formula for future continuous is will plus be plus the verb with the ing. Again, to make a negative or a question, you will have to use the first element will. The third group is perfect, present, past, and future. To make present perfect, you need to take an auxiliary verb have for are, you, we, they, or has for he, she, it, and the past participle or the third form or the ending ed. To make questions, you need to use have or has. Past perfect, its formula is had plus the third form, or the formula for future perfect is will plus have plus the third form or ed. And the last group is perfect continuous. To make present perfect continuous, you need 3 elements: have or has plus been plus ing. Pay attention, if it's he, she, it, you take has been. If it's are, you, we, they, you take have been. Past perfect is one formula for all the pronouns had plus been plus ing. And future perfect continuous is will, have, been plus ing. Let's go to negative forms. To make a negative sentence in present simple, you need to use auxiliary don't, doesn't. Pay attention, when you say don't, doesn't, you use the verb without endings. Are, you, we, they, do not plus verb. He, she, it, doesn't plus verb. Past simple, you need an auxiliary verb did. I, he, she, it, you, we, they, didn't plus the first form. Future simple, just insert not after will not plus a verb. The next group, continuous, just insert not between the auxiliary am, is, are if it's present, was, were if it's past, will if it's future. I'm not plus ing, is not plus ing, are not plus ing, was not plus ing, were not plus ing, will not, be plus ing. The next group, perfect. Just insert not after the first element. Have not plus the third form, has not plus the third form if it's present perfect, had not plus the third form if it's past, will not have plus the third form if it's future perfect. The same story with the fourth group, perfect continuous. Just insert not after the first element. Have not been plus ing if it's present, has not been plus ing, had not been plus ing if it's past, will not have been plus ing if it's future. The next moment is how to make a general question, yes-no question. The idea is very simple. You need just to start with your auxiliary verb. Pay attention, it's red here. So if we talk about simple group, we know for present it's do or does. Do for are, you, we, they. Does for he, she, it. Did for past. Will for future. If it's continuous, you just take am, is, are. If it's present continuous, was, were if it's past, or just will if it's future, and put it in the beginning. If it's perfect, the same story. You take your auxiliary. For present perfect it's have, has, for past had, and for future it's will, and just insert it in the beginning of the question. And if it's perfect continuous, the same story. You take have, has, or had, or will in the beginning. And your general questions are ready. Coming further, and let's discuss the special question, or WH questions, or how often, how many, how much questions, etc. So I just take this question or this question phrase and insert it before my general question. If you remember, I started my general question with auxiliary. If I want to make a special question, I just take any question and put it in the beginning. It's very simple, and the position of the words is very strict, because in the first place is question, next your auxiliary, next your subject, and the verb. So you can look at this in detail in my reminder that I will place in the description box. And let's read examples. Present simple. I never study English. Not a good example. I sometimes study English. He studies English every day, every week, every month, every year, on Fridays. So the position is very strict. The first place is subject, next your verb, your object, and when you do it. Past simple. I studied English yesterday, last week, last month, last year. Future simple. I will study English tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, in 3 days. So next group is continuous. For example, I'm studying English now, or he is studying English at this moment. We are studying English nowadays. Past continuous. I was studying English at 6 yesterday. We were studying English from 8 to 9, or the whole morning. And future continuous. I will be studying English at 6 tomorrow. Don't call me. I will be studying English from 8 to 9. Perfect. I have studied English since summer, or I have studied English already. Past perfect. I had studied English before 5 p.m. Future perfect. I will have studied English by 5 p.m. tomorrow. And perfect continuous. I have been studying English since the morning, or he has been studying English for 2 hours. Past perfect continuous. I have been studying English for 2 hours before he came. And future perfect continuous. I will have been studying English for 2 hours tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I hope you'll find my reminder pretty useful and it will come in handy. If you have some extra questions, feel free to comment or ask me anytime. I will place this reminder in the description box so that you could always come back and refresh positive, negative, general, and special questions and look at the examples anytime. Thank you for watching. If you like my channel, please subscribe.